We are back for another client spotlight with, I feel like I say this every time, but it's getting truer and truer. I'm with Tommy Hoopsick, one of our favorite clients. We've done lots of different things with Tommy. We've done some hiring, we've done some consulting. Tommy's got an amazing business and an amazing team. So just hanging out with Tommy a little bit today. Tommy, thanks for being here.
Yeah, man. What's up, Steve?
Not too much. So, hey, I would love to maybe just start out. Let's go back in time a little bit to before we found Jackie.
Okay.
Uh, I know that you were a referral from a great friend of ours, but I'd love to ask you, like, why did you decide to leverage some of the hiring process? What made you make that decision? You know, you hear this funny last name company, and you're like, yeah, let's go with those guys. Tell us a little bit more about that if you could.
Yeah, it was time. Time was the main reason, trying to save time, and we don't have enough of it. And then, Carrie Ann, our good friend, she was like, "Oh, I was literally, we were doing the duct work at her house, and I was like, this is what I need to hire an office person, blah, blah, blah." And she was like, "I know just the people." And I was like, "Okay, well, hook it up." And then you called me.
Yeah, and there we are. There we
Here we
are.
are.
So when we started the process, tell me one thing that you were really excited about. What was one thing, like this is a big decision. We always talk to owners about like this hiring someone can rapidly accelerate your business, blow your business up in a positive way or a negative way.
Yeah.
It's one thing that you were really excited about when you started the process.
That there was a process.
Okay.
Period. Like the fact that there would be a game plan of like this first, then this next, then this, that was what we liked. And you also, you get a vibe of a company and like a feel, and we really got a good vibe from you and your team. So that was really exciting as well.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Were there any things you were worried about? Again, like I said, this can go the wrong way for businesses. Was there anything that you were like, oh man, I don't know how I feel about X, Y, Z? Anything come up there?
I'm not really the type to like worry too much. I kind of like make a decision and then trust that it's got to work out, or like we have to figure out a way to make this work out.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have any fears or anything that I was worried about. I don't know off the top of my, I mean, and we're talking 4 months ago or whatever, but I'd say the most that I would think you hear from other people would be like, "Oh, I don't know if this is worth the money," or like, "We're going to spend a lot of money to do this." But I maybe had that thought for like 2 seconds, and then I was like, wait, no, this is going to save me time. Oh yeah, whatever it costs. I don't care, just save me the time.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I know you guys worked with Kara and you became a friend, I would say, through some of our process, which I really loved. That's like the best of all scenarios. I feel that way for sure, every time we connect. But
Yep.
once we were in that hiring process, tell me just a little bit more about what your experience was like. I know that you and Kara really connected well, and we'll talk about Jackie in a second, but tell me just a little bit more what that process was like.
Yeah, I mean, I was blown away with the process of like how in depth it was, and the communication in any business is huge, and you guys did an amazing job at communication. There's a weekly update every week, and then throughout the week constant communication. So I'd say the process was very detailed and in depth, and then just constant communication of everybody knows everything that's going on the whole time. And it was just cool to every like Friday or whatever when the update came to like see, oh, okay, we looked at this many candidates, we screened them out, the good ones were left, then we did this step with them. Like that was really that's a really good feeling to know like, okay, we're making progress towards what we're trying to do here, and we're constantly communicating about it to be up to date on everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we really want to be your kind of HR arm of your business. So
That's what it felt like.
yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. Thank you. So let's talk about Jackie. We found Jackie, and it just, it felt like a fit. How did you get to that point? If you had to give yourself one piece of advice going back in time, because you're the decision maker, not us, right?
Yep.
But what would you have thought? What did you learn? And how did you kind of know she was the right fit?
Well, I mean, the process you guys have really helps with that. Because, if you're making somebody show up for 3 interviews or phone calls or this or that, you're really testing people. A lot of people are just going to fade away that aren't serious by not showing up to the second or third one. So like you guys did a lot of that.
Mhm.
But I mean, I will say, like, the first call with Jackie, I kind of had a gut feel, and I was like thinking in my head on the first call, I was like, this could be who we end up with. Like the energy matched, like what we're about. And like knowing that her background was like the New York style of just like boom, 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 I
Right.
was like, that will work well for what we have to do here. So there was a little bit of a gut feeling at the very beginning, but then also too, Jackie proved herself by following all the steps of you guys' process,
Mhm.
which it's not, I would say for a candidate, it's not a simple process or easy one. Maybe it's simple, but it's not easy. And that's what you want, to screen out the people who aren't serious and find like the really good workers.
Yeah, 100%. The one really fun takeaway that we were laughing about on our side, I mean, I remember when Kara called Jackie, I think this is the story. She was like in Disney World, like on the teacup ride, and she literally took the call for the interview. And like that level of dedication is what every business owner needs. I always say you want someone that wants the job, not a job. And
Right.
that story was just so fun, but like that's who everybody needs in their business, someone that really wanted to work in your company and was excited about that. And just kudos to her for that. And to you, obviously, for running a great company like you do. So I know we've done lots of fun things after we hired Jackie. Tell me if you could a little bit more on what training has been like. I've done some in-office training for you guys, and I've done some management things, but what's that experience been like for you?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to implement you guys more too as we do things here. And we have another meeting with you coming up next week. But you know, Jackie, what we've done with Jackie a lot is just like making sure she spends time with us, like me and Matt, making sure she's around us so that she can hear us talk to customers and see how we handle things. Because she's really good at like, doing a paperwork or this or that, but like we're still trying to get her fully in on like our exact vibe of how we want to handle customers, and that's a super delicate thing of like how a customer has a viewpoint of your business.
Right.
And it's funny because like the slightest, smallest, littlest details are what shape that viewpoint.
Yes.
So it's a lot of nuance is what we're working on.
Hmm. I love that. Love that. And you do that so well. What's next for you and your business? What are you excited about as you continue to grow?
We are getting better with you guys' help. We're getting better at our training process too of technicians. So like when we hire a technician, it's going to be in the future a lot more likely that they get better faster and that they stick around and that this is a place they want to be. So that allows us to go after larger, better jobs that we really can't go after as a small company.
Mhm.
So that would be the most exciting thing, is like being able to kind of hit the next level through
Yeah.
training and then acquiring those customers.
Absolutely. And for some of our clients that are in the Philadelphia area, I'll just say, from seeing the way you guys do things, like the level of service, the level of care, the communication. I mean, I think there's some similarities I like to think between our businesses. Usually like is drawn to like, right? But
Yep.
how can people find you if they do need some help with what you guys do? Tell me just a little bit more about that as we close up today.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm in the process of trying to become the main YouTuber for duct cleaning in the entire world. Like that is my
Nice.
goal.
Okay.
So I think we've got like almost 100 videos on YouTube now. So if you put Ducks of Delchester in YouTube, we're definitely going to come up. Facebook, Instagram, and we post. Normally, I post a video every 2 days. That is my goal. So like one day a month, Alex will come here, our video guy, and we'll shoot 10 videos or maybe a little more, and then we'll just schedule them out. And I normally post one every 2 days. So I actually today at some point in time I have to post one. But that is I tell people we have a website, we have Facebook, Instagram, but find us on YouTube. It really helps my channel.
So they could look up ducks or just type in your name and you'll pop up.
Probably it's getting there. Because a couple other Ducks locations have channels, and then Ducks
Sure.
corporate has a channel. But yeah, we're the ones that are the most active. So like our presence is growing enough.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Well, Tommy, thanks so much. I know you're a busy guy, successful guy. Thanks for sitting down with me today. We really do love working with you and your whole team. So thanks for the opportunity just to chat a little bit more about your experience.
Yeah, of course. We really appreciate you guys and like you guys quite a bit.